The little boy had a 40-degree fever and kept vomiting during class. He realized he might have an acute illness, so he immediately came to the hospital where his mom worked for a checkup. But his mom, the attending physician, was extremely busy, and she didn't even notice her son standing among the crowd. Helpless, the little boy, exhausted, went to the nurse's station to ask the nurse for help. Yet before he could even speak, the nurse assumed he was just being naughty and pretending to be sick to skip school, and urged him to go back to class quickly. But she was so preoccupied with her work that she didn't notice how terribly unwell the boy looked. By the time she finished and looked up to talk to him, the boy had already walked past the reception desk and headed to his mom's office. She never expected that the boy would miss his best chance for emergency treatment. The boy had wanted to wait in his mom's office until she was free to see him, but as soon as he sat down, he felt an excruciating stomachache. The little boy was so well-behaved and strong-willed, even when the pain became almost unbearable and he could barely stand. He still didn't go to find his mom, afraid of disturbing her work, so he endured the tearing agony and walked to the computer, trying to look up the cause of his severe abdominal pain online, but all the search results were irrelevant. Meanwhile, another critically injured girl from a car accident arrived at the hospital. Dr. Sue and her colleagues quickly rushed the girl into the emergency room. Little did she know that her own precious son also needed urgent medical attention. When the boy's pain subsided a bit, he came out looking for his mom, but by then, she had just pushed the injured girl into the ER. Seeing his mom and all the hospital staff so overwhelmed they didn't even have time to eat, the boy not only didn't disturb them, but he even took the initiative to buy his mom a hamburger while she was working. However, when his mom saw him, she didn't notice anything unusual about him. Just as the boy was about to tell her why he came to the hospital, a nurse nearby casually said, "Dr. Sue," which cut him off before he could finish his sentence. And Dr. Sue, after instructing her son to wait for her in the office, hurriedly left again. But this one turn of hers would leave her filled with lifelong regret. Back in the office, the boy picked up the landline and called his grandfather at home. The boy had always been obedient and thoughtful. He was afraid his family would worry, so he asked his grandfather to tell his grandmother that he was with his mom and wouldn't be coming home that night, so they shouldn't worry. The unaware grandfather also thought the boy was just playing hooky. At this moment, the boy's face was bright red. Clearly, his condition had become very serious. Sure enough, the moment he hung up the phone, he immediately vomited again, and right then, his mom just happened to return to the office.